Yeah. So clinical research is nothing but we have to discover the new drug. So while doing this clinical research, we can we can get the more data into this data management and all. So while doing this clinical research, we have four phases. Okay. So before that, we have people are doing different studies like educations like MSc, Master of Science in Bioinformatics, Master of Science in Organic Chemistry, Master of Science in microbiology, cell biology. These are all apps. But all these MScs, all these life science MScs should involve in this clinical research only without knowing us. So this biochemistry people they can do some research on immunogenicity. So hold the blood information. So same the way organic chemistry people also they can do some research on chemical compounds and all. So same that way people um, uh, uh, um, microbiology people also can do some research. Same like that way also bioinformatic people can do drug designs and all. So like that way only. So first if you want to take the drug, we have to do some research. Before that, we have to do that research in mouse or rabbit because that is the preclinical stages while doing the clinical research. Once if you get any positive response from preclinical research, then immediately it can go for human clinical research or post clinical research. So while doing this research, see these all are the some drug research development phases. Okay, guys, if you have any doubt in between also you can ask me, no problem. So here first we can see that discovery development. So these all are that MSc whatever it is, MSc Master of Science people can involved in. So after that, that will be the preclinical research, whatever we done it in mouse and rabbit or whatever it animals, sometimes healthy patients. After that, we can say like clinical research that we can do for 4 pages. So that also like around 6 years we can do more than 6 years also sometime. After that we have to get some patent. Once we get patent, then immediately it can go for post marketing. So once we done that post marketing also, directly we can get the final FDA approval. And once we get the final FDA approval, based on that approval, uh, unit the drug unit can be established and they can start the drug processing and selling the drug and all. So while doing this, after this process, if you see this drug development, we have like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. So first phase 1, what we can find here. So in this phase 1, generally we can see safety of the drug. Safety of the drug means how much, if we take the tablet, if we take the drug, whatever it, how much safety in our body. So based on that only that phase 1 clinical will be done. So that phase 1 clinical also up to 1 or 1.5 year. Once we done that phase 1 clinical trials, then immediately it can go for phase 2. But phase 1 clinical trial, we can select up to 10 members, only 10 patients or 10 to 20 patients. It's based on the drug complexity, based on the drug disease only. Okay, so like that. So in phase 2 also we can see that safety, how much safety, again we have to do this research same in some patients up to 10 to 20 members. Okay, there also we can see like safety as well as effectiveness. Okay, effectiveness means how much effectively acting the drug in our body system. So same that way. So again phase 3 and phase 4 also. Phase B, sometime phase 3B, phase 3A also can be done. So these all are like some diabetology studies. They can do it in phase A and phase B as well. But here phase 3 they can collect like safety as well as effectiveness of the drug events, they can collect it here. So once that phase 3 is done, in that phase 3 also they can do like up to 500 people they can do it, this phase 3 clinical trials. Later, once that drug approval if we get, then immediately it can go for phase 4, or sometime we can say like direct marketing also. So there also we can test up to 5,000 people. Okay, huge people. So there we can get the that huge data. And once if we done that phase 4 up to phase 4, then immediately it can go for FDA approval. Once we get the FDA approval, then immediately it can go for units, and they can start the tablets making, and they can sell it out. So that is the overall drug development. So here, what is that? Who is the sponsor? Who is the investigator? Or who is the CRO? So here, sponsor. Sponsor means like we have seen so many companies like Pfizer, GSK, AstraZeneca, Novartis, Novo Nordisk, all the pharmaceutical companies will be the sponsor. So that sponsor companies, they can do research on so many diseases. Like if we go to medical shop, so there we cannot able to count the tablets. So many disease and so many tablets with so many different uh, molecules, right? See, Novo Nordisk, that company also know that drug like diabetes, same the drug also will be available in some other client as well, but these guys can go with something different way. This guy, another sponsor also can go with something different way. See, recently which we took that COVID vaccine, so that Bharat Biotech went with something different technology, and Pfizer, they went with something different technology, same that way only. So here sponsor will be the that pharmaceutical company. CRO means clinical research organization. Again, one more definition we can see for CRO, like contract research organization. So if any CRO company has some research in that company, some research laboratory in that company, we can say like clinical research organization. If not, then we can say like contract research organization. So except that we can say like contract research organization. So this CRO company can go to sponsor, and they can get they can get some molecule to test in human bodies. Within that process, all that done be can be done with CRO only. Sponsor, CRO, investigator. Investigator is nothing but doctor. Doctor, where we can see doctor means that site. Site means one hospital, wherever in your area also. Many people you don't know, some research will be done in nearby your hospitals, like Hyderabad or like Bangalore. So many corporate hospitals, they are doing this investigate this new drug clinical research process. So if you see in this CRO, so if you want to know that CRO means uh, IQVIA, LabCorp, nowadays that is the Fortigo, then Icon Clinical Research, Paraxil, Seniors, this kind of. So when I get job in 2012, there we can see like approximately 30 CRO companies in India. But nowadays we have seen more than 200 companies. So this market also nowadays very much huge, and very much more jobs in this industry. So while doing this clinical research process, we can see so many departments will be involved in CRO company. So that's such a like medical function, regulatory submission team, clinical operations, data management, biostatistics, medical writing, quality assurance, IT team, admin finance, and HR, and training and development. So in this biostatistic, in this fifth responsibility only we can cover. So biostatistics means, so there we can see like biostat as well as SAS programming. Okay, so there we can see like bio SAS as biostatistics as well as SAS programming. So what biostatistician will do, what SAS programming will do. So SAS programming, whoever will be the eligible, all people will be the eligible to learn that SAS. Biostatistics means whatever we developed the reports, those can be reviewed by biostatistician people. That biostatistician, particularly why we can say that biostatistics, whoever done that MSc statistics or biostatistics, those people only the eligible for this biostatistics uh, process. Okay, so now see, now if we go this SAS, what is the SAS? Okay, what is the SAS? So SAS we can say like one of the software, so which is the certified software. Okay, this is the certified software. So generally in IT will be a different, and CRO sector will be different. So IT, they have only very limited responsibility to do that in that IT companies. But CRO means we can do whatever it end to end process. So while getting molecule from sponsor, and we have to implement that operations in selecting the uh, hospitals. So selecting the hospitals and selecting the patients, whatever it, we can do all these things in CRO only. So in the CRO will be the responsible for this data management, biostatistics, whatever it. So starting to ending, CRO can do, but starting to but IT can take only few responsibilities within this. Sometimes data management, sometimes biostatistics only. But we don't. They cannot have all these departments in IT companies. So same whatever we done it in our CRO company, same responsibilities will be done in IT companies as well. Like Accenture, we have jobs like Accenture, TCS, MMS, so many companies, but they have only few responsibilities, like few departments, data management, biostatistics, only few responsibilities they can do. But CRO company will do all the responsibilities. So if we see that SAS is the open source, sorry, not open source software. This is the one of the certified course software. So that's why only still I am doing 11 years with this SAS job, because sometime if you see IT companies, we can say like Power BI, we can say like Argus, we can say like Salesforce, we can say like SAP. These all are, we have only sometime only demand. So if you get very cheap software, then people will convert into those softwares only. But SAS not like that. So SAS can give full support from uh, SAS India teams, because SAS we have Bangalore, Pune, Mumbai research laboratories are there. So they are keep on releasing the versions like SAS 9.1.3, SAS 9.0, SAS 9.2, nowadays SAS 9.4. Same like that, we have packages like SAS Enterprise Guide, SAS Business Intelligence Tools and all. So like that only. So mainly, who is the father of this SAS means Jim Goodnight and Jim Barr. They are only created this software which is in 1990. So this software can support up to 16 domains like automotive, communication, education, and banking, finance service, government and health insurance, healthcare providers, hospitality, entertainment, insurance, life science, manufacturing. These all are, it can support. So, but you may have some doubt. What is SAS can do with insurance? So, if you see so many plans in LIC, Jeevananand, Jeevanabhay, so many softwares are there. So front end, that is the data management only. Back end will be the software can get all the data, and they can do the analysis like what is the business for one day, what is the Jeevananand business for today, how many uh, how many people join today, how many people maturity for uh, that plan and all. They can do this soft, they can do analysis with this software only. So same this this software can give the solutions like analytics, business intelligence means BI, business intelligence, customer intelligence, data integration, ETL, extraction, transformation, loading, and all. So these all responsibilities can do with this SaaS only. So also it can be do risk management, supply chain intelligence. These all are. So now if you see, SaaS is like multi-database architecture. So generally we can get the data from like DB, Teradata, Sybase, Informix, MS Access, Excel, CSV, Notepad, Oracle. So these all are the we can say like databases. Generally, what database you have in your laptop now means generally you can have that MS Office packages only. Within that MS Office packages, we can see like Excel sheet and a CSV, comma separated value that Excel sheet, CSV, and also like uh, MS Access. These three will be in your laptop now. But this Informix, Sybase, Teradata, these all are the another type of softwares which it can support to store the data. So now if you see what we can do with SAS. So first we can get the raw data. So once we done that data step, so then that we can convert into SAS data set. Then we can do that proc step. Then we can do the report information. So these all are I can say. So if you see, if we divide that SAS, we can see like data step, proc step. Guys, you can let me know if I'm going with the jet speed. Okay, I'll also can say slowly. Okay, data step and proc step. If you see here if you see this is the simple SAS programming. So this is the we can say this is the data step. If it is start with the proc means procedure step. Generally, no. See, n, mean, median, standard deviation, some counts. But we don't want to know how to create that n, mean, median, standard deviation and all. But software can give automatically. Okay, that we have to know how to what way if we apply that process to that particular step, how we can get it and how we can apply the report. That way we have to learn. Okay, so this is the simple data step. Okay, so if we go the terminology in SAS, so generally we can call like data sets, but another softwares we can say like table. Okay, so here that columns are called variables, rows are called observations. Okay, see ID. Suppose if you see that school record ID, name, sex, age, salary. This first line and this first line will be the variables. Below 1, 2, 3, 4. These all are the names will be the observations. Okay, this will be the observations. Uh, Above 5 values will be the columns. But in our SAS terminology, we can say like variables and we can say like observation. So here, how many variables are there and how many observations are there? So generally here we have 5 variables and 4 observations. So this is entire called data set. General another softwares we can say like tables. So if you see this SAS software will be like this. Okay, SAS software will be like this: output window, log window, editor window, result window, explorer window. Okay. Uh, so generally we have software like expired software only. If you want to open that software, we should change our date in our system. Okay, so original software we, we cannot provide because that will be one user for 6 lakhs. Okay, so that's why only I can open only software which is the old version. Okay, old expired licensed software only with me. So not only me but whatever it institutions can get only this kind of software only. Okay, so now let's open the software. Now it can open. So now it opened. So now immediately we can change the data again. Otherwise, your internet will not work. Okay. So this is the result window, explorer window, output window, log window, editor window. Okay. So here this can start with two steps. We have data step. Another one is proc step. Data DS means data set name, whatever it, input name. So this is the simple program for data step. So if I run this step, so this is the run button. We can see first we have to see the log. So here it is giving some error because uh, so here we can see these all are the libraries. So this is the data set. So data set created, but the character values are not coming. Only numeric values are reading only. So why? Why means so in the SAS we have only two types of data types. One is the character type and another one is the numeric type. So this 101, 25, 5000 will be the numeric type. So that's why we don't want to mention. It can be read directly. So if you want to read this character values, we have to mention this dollar symbol along with variable. Okay. So if I run this program, so now it got perfectly run. So now we can see this data set created. Okay. But this is very interesting software, but it's like writing English only. Okay. Um, while learning, it will be very much easy. So if you compare with whatever it in software in IT field, very much easy. But going forward, while doing the job, if you understand properly, then if you learn properly, your job also very much easy. If you learn like simply, your job also very difficult. That is the what wherever hard work is there, same that way only we can also learn very effectively. So this is the simple data set. Procs are data. This is the one of the procedure step. DS means that this data set name run. So this is the printing. Okay. So why this printing? Why this data set? I will tell you later. Okay. So anyway, this is the software only. So output window, log window, editor window, explorer window, result window. So editor window, we can write the programming. Log window, if we get any errors and all, we can get it in log window. Output window means we can see the whatever it is information. So okay, explorer window means there we can see the whatever it in libraries regarding software. Okay. So result window and output window almost same. Okay. So now if you see this software, we can see like SAS base, SAS stat, SAS access, SAS macros, SAS SQL, SAS ODS. Okay, SAS base means here we so in the SAS base we can cover few steps like merge how to merge the two data sets and some formats and some functions and all we can learn in this SAS base. SAS stat means we can say that proc steps, procedure steps. There we can also learn that proc means proc summary. So many procedures will be involved in that SAS stat, and SAS access means we can see like how to get the file from outside your laptop to in this SAS window. Means some Excel sheets, if you have some data in your laptop, that Excel, in that Excel, so how to get that data into SAS software. So that all are we can cover it in SAS access. So SAS macro, what is the SAS macro? So suppose if you want to take one Excel sheet from laptop to SAS environment, we have to write 10 times the code. But if you write only one macro, then we have to call that process. Then immediately all 10 Excel sheets we can get here within a single click. So SAS ODS means output delivery system. So this whatever reports we created, that we can store in your laptop. Okay, that is the about SAS software. Okay, once we will learn that SAS software, what we can do. So we have to learn immediately. Like if you want to go clinical SAS, you want to learn this domains and CDISC and SDTM ADAM. So in this ADAM also like tables, listings, figures. Okay, we can write, we can create very beautiful figures as well here, like box plot, some forest plot, some KM plot, Kalpan Mayer plot. This all are we can do it here. Okay, same that listings means whatever data we have, that we have to represent that listing. So guys, as of now, clear, right? Okay. So here, so while learning SAS, these all are the some uh, these all are we have to these all are the some topics to learn while learning the SAS. Okay, guys. So this all we should learn. Otherwise, and it will be difficult to get the job. So many interview questions will be in the SAS only. So SAS also like one of the C, but whatever we want requirement while doing our daily job, based on that only I have prepared this index and I have prepared that notes and all. So based on that only I can teach. Unnecessary eh, unnecessary topics I can't teach you guys. So same that way. Let's see now. So while doing these project classes, so we can see these all are the some documents which I want to share to you. So how to get the data, how to collect the data from hospital. Okay. So here is the CRF, clinical, sorry, case report form. This is the case report form. So that protocol ID will be the this study ID variable, like that only. So this kind of we can see like so many websites. So like we can say EDC, electronic data capture forms. Okay, MIDI data. So this MIDI data also MIDI data also one of the EDC form only. EDC form is nothing but whatever we done it in our hospital. Based on that data, we can store it in this EDC. So this EDT we can open in our office, and we can download the data from this EDC, and we can start the data management process. Okay, this is the way we have to collect the data from hospital. Okay, so what is the flow of data means? First that clinical investigational side, doctor can select the patient and he can start the giving the trial drug to him. And once giving that trial drug, based on that getting the reports, we can get the data, and that CRC, clinical, who is doing this all the responsibilities in a hospital, that CRC means clinical research coordinator can enter all the data into that EDC form. Once they entered in EDC, electronic data capture form, then immediately we can open in our office and we can download the data. So based on that forms, they can create the Excel sheets. So once that clinical data management people can clean the data. Clean the means sometime partial dates, sometime wrong entry dates, sometime wrong entry events and all they can check. Okay, once if it is done that data management, then they can do the some mapping like SDTM, study data tabulation model. So what is that means? That is the C disk standards. Okay, if we go Hyderabad, we can say that clinical trial patients like patient, some people are saying like subject, some people are saying like something different. So that's why while sending it to FDA, okay, while this report submitting to FDA, that FDA people are confusing. So India people are using something different terminology, and the US people are using something different terminology. Okay, so that's why only to avoid this confusion, they have created C disk. Okay, C disk. C disk means this is the CDISC, this is the one of the organization which is not non-profit organization. These people only can give the rules, regulations, principles to the all clinical research industry. Okay, these people only can implement how to report data to FDA or how to report data to PMDA, how to report data to DGCA. DGCA means Drug Control General of India. FDA means Food and Drug Administration in US. PMDA means Japan Drug Board only. So these people how to report data into them. So that's why only they have created this CDISC, and CDISC only can give the some principle to manage the data and support the regulatory submissions. So that's why only this CDISC only. Based on that CDISC, we can say like SDTM, study data tabulation model. This they can do some small Excel sheets to SDTM data sets. Once we done that SDTM data sets, immediately it can go for ADAM data sets. ADAM means analysis data set model. So from that ADAM data set model, we can create tables, listings, figures. So once we create all these things, we can submit to client, and the client will submit to sponsor. Sorry, client or sponsor both are same. So those guys are submit to FDA or whatever it that drug approval board. So once they get this drug approval, then immediately it can go for marketing and selling the tablets in hospital or medical shops. So this is the about this drug development process. So same these jobs, we can see so many companies. So nowadays more than 200 companies we can see jobs. Okay. So while doing this process, we have I want to show you some documents. Same like this CRF. See, these all are the data collection points. So demographic data, these all are the some data collections. So we can collect the data like this. So if we see that SDTM, we can see nowadays more than 35 domains. See, we can say like lab domain, demographic domain, concomitant medication domain. If you get any adverse events domain. If you get any ECG and all, ECG domain. If you get any exposure, so while giving drug and while getting drug and counting the drug, we can say like exposure domain and all. Okay, these all are the some domains to collect the way of data. So generally how to collect the data means, see, I have one protocol. So this is the one clinical trial protocol. So here we can say like multi-center means so many centers we can do perform this drug testing, and 12 weeks, that entire 12 weeks of the trial and double blind. So doctor also don't know, and CRO company also don't know what they are giving to patient. Okay, randomization means we can give the drug to patients which is not my relative. So that system will pick randomly the drug whom we need to give. So anyway, the drug will be the efficacy. So effectiveness as well as safety. We can see this drug. So this is the um, drug and all. So some flow of the study design. See here, this is the based on the assessment what we have to done while came to patient in patient to hospital. So here we have to check. So this many visits will be involved in that study. So here vital signs, adverse events. So this is the effectiveness of the study. So that's why efficacy study, right? So that's why they can see some scores because this study will be the back pain study. Okay, so back pain study based on that back pain, how we can assess like if I give 1 to 10 score, so how much pain you have means 1 or 2 or 3 or like that you may assess. Based on that they can create the data. Okay, these all are the data. These many data sets we have to create. So the data sets means if you see here, let me show you the data sets and all. So this is the data set. Okay, so this is the patient, one patient, his demographic information here. Uh, so this what is the what he got that drug. Okay, so when he got the drug, date of the first dose of drug like that, we have to get that information. So when that study date, time of the adverse, when he got or when he received that adverse event, when he ended that adverse event, these all are the information we have to create the data set. So if we get any adverse events like that, collection, we have to collect the data like this. Okay. So whether that subject have moderate pain, severe pain, or mild pain, like that only. So if I give the drug, what is the current status? So like that way, we have to create the information. Okay, same that see adverse event data. So concomitant. If I give any drug, uh, we have to store all the information in ADCM only. So exposure, how much drugs are giving and how many drugs are collecting back, these all are information. So this ADMH means medical history. So if that patient have any previous medical history, we can store all the information in this medical history. Okay, so that ADVS, vital signs means see height, weight, diastolic, BP information, respiratory information, heart rate information, everything we can store it in this domain only. Okay, so if we have easy means ECG data. That ECG data also we can store here. See, PR interval, RR interval, these all are the some points in ECG, right? So all that information we can store it in this ECG data. This way, if it is safety, we have more than 12 type of domains. If we see that efficacy, we can see more than 15 data sets. How to create these data sets first? These data sets we can create based on the CDISC standard rule book. Okay, that we can say like ADAM implementation guide. Same that way we can see also SGTM implementation guide. Based on that we can create the based on that we can create. Okay. So while creating that, if you see how to create that variables and how to create that data set and all, we have like specification. Based on this specification, we have to create the what variable required for tables and listings. Okay, these all are the data sets. This many data sets we have to create. So based on that study, based on that complexity and all, we have to create. So suppose if you see, so variable subject ID or variable this is sex, how to create means we can create based on this comment section. Like that we have to create. Okay. Mm. So now I want to show you that final reports. Why we have to create the data sets means data set should be source of the data. That source of the data we have to pull into these reports. Okay. So what type of tables, what type of listings, what type of figures we have to do for this study? These all are the tables and figures. Okay. See. So guys, if you see, enter that clinical trial, we may know about that information and all. So how many subjects we have taken for this study, how many subjects got enrollment means screen failure. So how we can say that screen failure means we can see some inclusion criteria and exclusion criteria. Based on that criteria only, we can see the data. So based on that criteria, we have to pull the data into here. Okay. So if the subject is discontinued from the study means what is the reason? So that reasons will be here. So these all are the reason to exit that patients from this particular clinical trial study. Okay. So like this. So again, if you see, this is the demographic data. So how many males are participated in this study? So means how many patients took this drug and how many patients took this placebo. Both are the overall. So this N mean, standard deviation, Q1, median, Q3, minimum, maximum. These all are we need to count. Suppose if it is age, how to get that this N mean and all count? Let me show you on simple code in this SAS system. So data ds set means we can take the data. Uh, Guys, don't confuse. So while learning, it will be very much easy. Okay, so let me show you. I want see this age. We have to know that n mean, median, and all. Simply how I know that I can show you here. So these are the some inbuilt procedures only. Mm, See, n mean, median, standard deviation, minimum, and maximum. So that software only can give to us. Okay, these are the default. It can be print. If you want to more, we have to mention that procedure. Based on that only, we can get the information. So we don't want to calculate with by pen and book and all. So okay, whatever it information that software will give it us. Okay, so this kind of tables we have to prepare. Okay, these all are the so many tables will be there. See, here we have some repeated table with some small condition. Based on that small condition only we have to create. So that's why only we have to learn that SAS macros and all. Okay, these all are the tables. So while doing this project we have so many tables and figures based on the disease and based on the study complexity. How many tables we need to present for that data, that biostatistician people will decide and will give this mock shell to us. Based on this mock shell we have to prepare the that the data. Anyway the data will be available in data set, we have to keep here with our programming. Okay, that's all only. Yeah, it came. See, this kind of beautiful figures also we can able to create. Okay, these all are the SAS programming only. We can try to create. Okay, so this one type of figure. Okay, guys, see like this. These all are the figures. So this is the listing, whatever it in data in our data set, we have to present that data into these listings. Okay. So that subject, when when he started this first medication, when he ended that first medication, the study date, these all will be the variables. We can get it from the data set and we can show the in this listing. Okay, guys. So while listening, it will be little difficult, but while learning, it will be very easy. But I'm I'm sure. So whatever you software you can see in outside, so very much easy to learn this software. Okay, so even my education also like MSc Bioinformatics. So we can very quickly learn only this SAS software. If you see that Java, if you see something different, that will be making very much headache. But it's very easy software to learn our life science candidates. That's all about demo, guys. If you have any doubts and all, you can ask me now. Hello. Hello, guys. Any doubts? Mm, Reshma.
సార్
Yeah,
సార్ కెరీర్ గ్యాప్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు కూడా ఆపర్చునిటీస్ గెట్ చేయొచ్చు సార్.
తప్పకుండా. అంటే ఎంత గ్యాప్ ఉంది?
వేరే దాంట్లో చేస్తున్నాను, 2013 పాస్ అవుట్ సార్ ఎంఫార్మ్స్.
ఓకే.
అంటే వేరే ఫీల్డ్ లో ఉన్నాము.
ఓకే.
సో దాని గురించి చెప్తారు.
తప్పకుండా అండి. గ్యాప్ ఉంటే మనం దానికి ఏదన్నా ఇంకా స్పీడ్ గా జాబ్ రావడానికి కూడా అవకాశం ఉంది.
ఫీజ్ స్ట్రక్చర్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది?
అవి మీరు సార్ని అడగండి, ఇది నేను చెప్పేది కాదు. మన కిరణ్ సార్ వాళ్ళు మీకు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తారు. ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్. ఓకే. కానీ సో మనకి చాలా ఆపర్చునిటీస్ ఉన్నాయన్నమాట. సో నా ఎక్స్పీరియన్సే 11 ఇయర్స్. సో ఈ 11 ఇయర్స్ లో ఏంటంటే మనం జస్ట్ ఒకసారి నేర్చుకున్నదే. మిగతా ఐటీలో ఏంటంటే అప్డేట్ అవుతూ ఉండాలి, అప్గ్రేడ్ అవుతూ ఉండాలి. బట్ ఇక్కడ అంత అవసరం ఉండదు. ఒకసారి నేర్చుకుంటే చాలు, జీవితం అనేది అలా జాబ్ అనేది అలా సింపుల్ గా వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. దట్స్ ఆల్.
సార్ కోడింగ్ కి క్లినికల్ సాస్ కి ఏది బెస్ట్ సార్?
వాట్ కోడింగ్?
మెడికల్ కోడింగ్ ఆర్ సిపి?
మెడికల్ కోడింగ్ కి దీనికి ఏంటంటే, సో మీరు ఏం జాబ్ చేస్తున్నారు?
నేను రిలయన్స్ లో ఫార్మసిస్ట్ గా చేస్తున్నాను సార్. సీనియర్ ఫార్మసిస్ట్.
సరే, మీకు అక్కడ ఎంత శాలరీ వస్తుంది?